Hey, I'm Gaston Garcia and today I'm going to tell you how to deal with social media in 2020. You and I know that posting every single day on multiple platforms is not only time consuming, it's almost impossible without burning out in a few months. Producing great images for Instagram, short videos for Reels or TikTok, long videos for IGTV and YouTube, participating in Facebook groups, creating infographics and content images for Pinterest, and don't even think about tweeting and jumping into real-time conversations with other photographers or your clients out there. It's simply impossible. You have two options. You either go with the idea of a studio hiring people for all these different tasks, or you simplify your message and decide which platforms are best for you to show your value. And that's what I want to talk about first, choosing your social media channels. The biggest mistake I see new photographers make is trying to be on every single channel all the time. I think we both agreed a moment ago that it wasn't enjoyable, so let me show you an alternative. You have to study your customers and find out where they hang out most of the time. Is it Instagram, Pinterest, Twitter? You have to choose based on your data. And data is really easy to come across these days. You can create it yourself. The first thing you need to do is to understand who your customers are. You have to write what they do for a living, who do they live with, what do they shop, what content do they consume online, which Netflix series do they see, what they love doing, what they hate, what are their fears, and so on. Once you establish who your customer is, you need to find out where to find them. The simplest way to do this is to reach out to your current clients and survey them. It takes them a minute and you will have real data to start with. The second way is to use tools like sparktoro.com, which I am not affiliated with in any way, but they are great, which allows you to find where a certain market segment hangs out, what do they read, which podcasts they listen to, and all sort of useful information. The third and last option will be to decide based on your gets. I'm pretty sure you have a good idea where your clients are shopping or where you're networking about gear with other photographers. It's usually two different places. You have to think about where you're good at, because it doesn't matter if your audience is on YouTube, if you hate creating videos, editing them and putting your face out there in front of the haters, because let's face it, no matter which platform you choose, there's always gonna be people thinking that what you're doing is wrong or that you should be doing something different. But you know what? Focus on yourself and you'll get the results done. If you're good at creating stunning images, which people talk about, then Facebook groups are a great start. And trust me, there's a ton of money on Facebook groups, even in 2020. But maybe you do like creating videos, not just scripting or planning them, and maybe Instagram Reels or TikTok are better alternatives for you, in which you have like 15 to 60 seconds to show your best content, and the organic reach is crazy, so you can leverage those platforms today, Instagram Reels or TikTok, depending on where you're based. Decide on how you will help people find you and go all in on one or two platforms instead of halfway in all of them. That's what most people tend to do, and it doesn't work. Once you do, don't forget to be yourself. Imitating others is not a strategy that you can play for a long time. You'll end up being an imposter on your own channels, and nobody likes that. People can tell whether you're being real or you're being a fake. You can inspire yourself from other creators out there, but always add your own personal touch to the content that you produce. And that takes me to the next step, which is create content that you're proud of, because success comes from happiness and not the other way around. You have to love the content that you're putting out there and people will start following you. Over the years, I learned something that seems simple to understand, but we all avoid doing. If at some point you feel stuck in your social media game, the answer is almost always networking instead of ads. Getting into real conversations with your followers and the people who admire your work, and the people you admire too as well, will take you a lot farther than a couple $100 that will only get you some extra likes and no real clients and no real connections. Last but not least, remember that social media, just like your business, is a marathon and not a sprint. It's better to be consistent and show up every week than committing to showing up every day and burning out quickly. Choose platforms that are aligned with the way that you like to create and consume content, and your audience will love you for it. Hey, Hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and comment below and subscribe to my channel for more videos related to the business side of photography. See you soon!